Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again for yet another tier list video. That's right. We did a video just like this a couple weeks ago when Pokemon Champions dropped and a bunch of new Mega Pokemon dropped. And we're coming back and we're doing it again because Regulation M-B is here in Pokemon Champions, and we got another batch of new Mega Pokemon officially released with their abilities. So we're going to go through this again. I'm, of course, joined by my partner in crime, Mike Haley.
Of course, I'm here. And let me just say, you said a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, because in my head it felt very recent. So I looked at when we posted this video. That was 2 months ago.
It was a couple. It's
So
been a couple months.
it's actually been some time.
Yeah. Pokemon Champions has been fun though. I've been enjoying it. I'm glad we're finally getting more megas. Still, not all the megas. There will still be more megas. Maybe we'll do a third one. Maybe we'll do a third installment in September. Who knows?
Calling it the Baxcalibur glazing video.
Yep. But quick disclaimer: this is of course a tier list for we're talking about in the context of singles draft league. Okay, so we're not tiering these Pokemon for doubles or VGC. We're not even tiering them for the singles ladder. We're tiering them specifically for singles draft league format. Okay, these are essentially going to be the tiers where they're going to fall on the tier list for where you're going to draft them. And I'm really happy now that Showdown finally has a Natdex Champions draft format. That makes me really happy.
Thank you, Showdown.
We needed that. I needed that. So our new season is going to start very soon on that, for sure. But without any further ado, let's get started. I'm going to start with Mega Raichu X. What do you want to say about Mega Raichu X?
I think they kind of did Mega Raichu X dirty. Here's the thing. Being just a raw electric type is never great. You can look at a lot of different Pokemon, and if they have like a secondary typing to electric, a lot of them are considered good. You look at things like Tapu Koko, Raging Bolt. Something that has a secondary type that's very good and very useful. When you're raw electric, though, it really restricts you on what you can do. And especially for Raichu X, where it's like a physical attacker, you already have to look at how, I don't want to say weak, because they are strong moves, but it's hard to click things like Supercell Slam. It's hard to click things like Volt Tackle with just how many like ground types are available, especially in a draft team. Everyone has a ground type. So it's like, what coverage do you really have to hit those bulky ground types every week? Trailblaze, you know what I mean? That it's not really a great option for you.
Yep. Yeah, Trailblaze. I mean, Trailblaze is an option. You've got like knockoff, Play Rough, Drain Punch, Iron Tail, if you will. Extreme Speed is cool. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you that Mega Raichu X needed a secondary typing to really shine. It would have been cool if they made it electric fighting. You know, it's 110 speed is nice. 135 attack leaves a little bit to be desired in terms of damage. Electric Surge is the ability, so you'll get the boost to your electric moves. So those Volt Tackles are going to do a lot.
Yeah, like the stats aren't bad. The ability's not bad either, because then you can also pair it with like Paradox Mons. You can pair it with like other Pokemon that benefit from the terrain and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you're playing in a true Natdex format and you have Paradox Mons plus Megas available, I think you could definitely get this thing with Paradox Mons. But I feel like Tapu Koko just is better than Mega Raichu X, if you ask me.
Yeah, you're not restricted. You're just holding on to a Mega Stone if you're X.
You're not restricted.
Koko can be whatever.
So I mean, the Volt Tackles are going to hit hard, but other than that, they gave this thing decent natural bulk with 95 defense and special defense, so it can take some hits. But like, if you just want to click Volt Tackle, you're going to take a lot of recoil damage, so that also doesn't help your natural bulk case. Maybe some people will run like. Oh, I was going to say bulk up. It doesn't even get bulk up. It doesn't get any setup. It doesn't get any setup.
No, not on the physical side.
Not on the physical side. So yeah, I mean, maybe you can try to do like a wish pivot thing, but Tapu Koko does just do this better. Um, so I feel like the X version just really leaves a lot. I think it's more so has a place in doubles than singles, and like in draft league, yeah, I feel like it just there's better electric types than Mega Raichu X.
Yeah, better surge setters, like you said. Uh, I'm telling you, man, it's really just the typing that throws X off for me. If they had just given it fighting, like you said, so you could have like stab, drain punch, and maybe like even if they gave him like CC or something like that, like another hard hitting fighting move, it would have been nice. It's just it just doesn't have enough for me.
Yeah, I would have liked to see even like U-turn. Like U-turn would be cool. You got Volt Switch, but like just so you can reliably pivot. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
pivot on the
like
grounds.
all you can really do is just run like attacking moves on this thing. Like maybe you run some kind of status, or you got extreme speed. It's just not a lot. I feel like it's mid tier, if you ask me. I don't think I can put it in low tier. Maybe I can. I don't know.
I was gonna say I could I could probably put it in low tier. I could put it in like bottom of mid tier, top of low tier.
Yeah, the Volt tackles are gonna hurt. Like
Yeah,
you got to
you
at
gotta give him
least
that. Like it's going to hurt.
you
Like if
know
there's not a ground type in the way, like
and it
look
depends
out.
who your ground type is, because like if it's Garchomp, you got to watch the play rough. If it's something like Excadrill, you got to watch the drain punch. So it's like it has some okay coverage. You got to respect the Volt tackle, but yeah, unless people start running like Wish Protect Volt tackle to heal up, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with this thing.
Yeah.
Um, I'm fine with high low tier. I think high low tier is appropriate. Let's
All
talk
right.
about what we really want to know is the Y version.
Oh my god, dude, I've glazed this thing since they showed its design. I was trying to find our Discord messages because I remember when they announced the Mega Dimensions DLC and they showed that we were getting X and Y forms. We like early theory crafted about these guys, and I actually predicted the stats for Y correctly. I said it's
You
going to be
did.
like a crazy strong special attacker. It's just going to be really fast. And I know I just kind of ripped on X for being a pure electric type, but it works for Y because Y does have setup. It has nasty plot and it has all the coverage you want to hit these bulky ground types. You know, you have Surf, you have Focus Blast, you have like all of these moves, and you have No Guard with Zap
Hmm.
Cannon to just fire off a 120 base power electric move that just instantly paralyzes your opponent if they're not a ground type. Like it just has everything better than X. Like it got the good side of the deal. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
100%. I mean, they didn't bother investing stat points into the bulk. They just
Mm.
put it mostly all into special attack and speed. And that is really what it
That's
needed.
all you need. Like
Um,
especially uh,
and
draft, singles, any format really, speed and power. Like if you have that, you're gonna make a splash in
yep.
any kind of meta.
And No Guard is so strong on a Pokemon like this with Zap Cannon because
Yeah.
even if you have an electric resist, everything's getting paralyzed, and that's just so big. Because this thing's so fast, but it also just slows down everything for the rest of your team. And it's got good special coverage, like you said, like really good special coverage. It's got Focus Blast, which also never misses. Surf, Grass Knot,
Alluring voice,
Alluring
grass knot.
Voice. Alluring Voice is also really good for
Another thing is,
dragons.
it also has the same support moves as X, but it works better for Y because he's much faster. Like you have the fast encore to lock things in the setup. You have the I just saw Yawn down there since we're on Nat decks.
Hmm.
You can also set up screens very
Bro,
quickly if you want to.
if we're on Natdex, you can click
We have
sing.
sing.
That's
Yep.
that's that's the thing.
Yep. We're singing.
I so I know some drafts have already banned this thing. Um, it is at
Crazy.
it is at least top tier.
It's 100% top tier. Everyone is glazing it, myself included. I don't think it's ban worthy though in any context because yes, it is very good. Yes, Zap Cannon is scary, but in a national dex format where this thing is pretty much locked to because it's like you're either playing champions or you're playing on the Nat Dex ladder with these new megas. There's so many items and so many Pokemon that can very easily deal with that. You can run items like Covert Cloak. You can run things like Lumberry. It's also very frail. It's literally
Yeah,
60 HP and 55 defense and 60 special defense. Like any kind of strong priority moves are going to deal a good chunk of damage to this thing,
yep,
especially if it's already taken like hazard damage or something.
yep.
I've not personally calced it, but I guarantee you like a choice banded Rillaboom with Grassy Glide could probably just knock this thing out.
Yeah, it dies to Black Glass's Sucker Punch from King Gambit. It's
Yeah.
it's very frail.
Like I don't think it's ban worthy in any sense.
And any choice scarfer can just outspeed it and revenge kill it. Literally any choice scarfer. You can throw a choice scarf on something that's not typically choice scarf. The thing I think Sing is kind of the cherry on top that might make it broken, in my opinion. To be honest, Zap Cannon is already crazy. So I don't know. But I think we can agree that it's like top of top tier. I
Absolutely.
I can't
Especially
deny.
with this class, like this freshman cipher group right here, he is absolutely the goat amongst them.
Absolutely. We don't even need to hear the freestyle. We already know.
Yeah.
Um,
Pass the mic, bro. You already got the deal.
yeah. So let's talk about Star Raptor.
All right. I know you got words to say on this guy, so I'll let you speak.
I mean I like personally feel like Star Raptor's kind of overrated right now. Like Star Raptor's getting a lot of buzz on social media because I just see everyone posting clips about it, getting sweeps and a lot. But I just feel like it's not the top tier that everyone is chalking it up to be right now. Um, the thing is, it gets contrary, right? Which is great. I'm really happy they gave it contrary. I think it's a great ability for it. I think it's one of the most exciting things that they could have gave it, and it really needed it because the stat spread leaves a lot to be desired. To be honest, 110 base speed is cool, but like it's not faster than like Mega Hawlucha. So like we can compare this thing to Mega Hawlucha, which we've talked about previously. Hawlucha's faster. It does have marginally more attack, which is nice. So there's that. But they're pretty comparable, I would say, in terms of bulk and damage. And Hawlucha's just marginally a bit faster. The difference is Staraptor boosts its defenses with close combat, with Contrary. The thing that I don't like about this Pokemon is it can't boost its attack at all. It doesn't get Swords Dance or Bulk Up or any way to boost its attack. And
even if it did, now it's contrary. So
yeah,
you would just be shooting yourself in the foot.
yeah, that's
Like
very
if
true.
they gave this thing superpower, I think we'd be singing like a very different tune.
Yes, if this thing got superpower, it'd be a very different tune. The thing is, I just think it's very easy to stall out, like in especially in singles draft format. So like, I understand in VGC, like it gets a supporting partner that can do a lot for it, and it's very strong. And even on the singles ladder, it can catch a lot of teams by surprise. But when you know Mega Staraptor's coming, all you gotta have is like a bulky ghost type with Toxic, or like really anything that resists close combat with like Toxic, and it's just gonna die. And like you can just
Yeah, it'll fall.
as long as you can heal up the Brave Birds and the close combats, which 140 attack is a lot, but it's not boosted by anything. So, and these are strong moves, don't get me wrong. The other thing I don't like about it is, you want to get bulky, you want to close combat, and you want to roost to boost your defenses, but Brave Bird also gives you a lot of recoil. So that's not helping the whole get bulky and unkillable thing, because if you Brave Bird something from full HP and you take a ton of recoil, then that doesn't help. You could run like dual wing beat, but that's just bad in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
You can't be running that weak shit.
so you don't want to take all that recoil either. I just feel like when you are able to prep for this Pokemon, it's just, don't get me wrong. I still think it's good. I still think it's good. Like, I just don't think people are treating it like it's like way up here. I feel like it's more like here.
Yeah. I'd say the same thing. I think it's a high tier Mon. Like I don't think it's bad. I also can't agree with you that it does get a lot of love. But I will also say on top of that, I think a lot of that love I see is from the BGC community because they're running stuff like Tickle, Whimsicott with it, like stuff that's helped boosting it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like you're not doing that in a draft game.
It's getting gassed up because of that. But like in draft and in singles, like this thing's coming. There's plenty of counterplay for it. Plenty of counterplay. Like I said, any ghost type, anything bulky poison type with toxic, you just heal up. Don't get me wrong, a good player will still get a lot of longevity out of this thing. Like, if you get this thing in safely on a steel type and you just get a free close combat and you get to just get bulky immediately, like it's hard to deal with for sure. But there's plenty of Pokemon that can just wall it and shut it down, in my opinion. At least Mega Hawlucha can click Swords Dance and muscle through stall. Staraptor does not muscle through stall. Staraptor wants to stall, but
yeah, he wants to be on the team.
That's the thing.
He doesn't want to be against the team.
But it can't break stall at all. So that's my 2 cents. But I still think it's a high tier Mon for sure. Like I can't put it any lower than high tier because I know against certain teams it will be hard to deal with, and like if you get it in, it's all about positioning. If you position it well and give it free opportunities to close combat, you can trade with it pretty easily because it can be hard to break once it gets kind of bulky.
All right, now let's talk about a real bulky poison type.
Yeah. Listen. I don't know what to say about Mega Scolipede. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, they were going in the kitchen. I will say they had the drip team, the design team. They were cooking.
It has a cool design.
Stand the fuck back.
I do like the design.
The stats and the ability team. They said, "Hold up, let us cook," and they totally fucking burnt the meal. And then on their way, bringing the burnt meal out, they dropped some of the food on the plate, and that food was all the moves they gave it in ZA.
Yeah.
That was your U-turn, your first impression, your mortal spin. They dropped all that, and they said, "Oh, fuck it," and they just kept going out to the dining area to serve the food anyways.
It absolutely needed to keep the moves.
He got his chain snatched, essentially.
It needed to keep the moves that had in ZA. If it had U-turn, mortal spin, first impression, stuff like that, like it could do a lot more things. Right now,
even just if it kept U-turn, I think it would have been better.
Absolutely, it needs U-turn. It doesn't have U-turn. It's just kind of dead weight. Like it cut its speed nearly in half, which is crazy. The defense is nice. Okay, you're bulky. Bug Poison is a decent defensive typing. It's not the best. I mean, you're still weak to Stealth Rock. Shell Armor is cool, but like the thing is,
shout out Torterra.
Like Shell Armor works on Mega Slowbro because you can set up and slack off. Scolipede can't heal. There's no self heal. So
you literally just have Leech Life. That's it.
It's
and
really,
if they throw out like one poison type or like a steel type in front of you, you're kind of fucked.
They could have at least gave it like body press, so it could iron defense body press. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And like, sure, you can stay in base form and collect a speed boost or two with Protect, and then maybe this thing is a little bit faster, but like, then you have to waste a move slot on Protect. And like, if we're being honest, if you want to run Swords Dance, Speed Boost, Scolipede, there's better items to run on it than the Mega Stone.
Yeah,
Like
you could
you,
run like expert belt or something, just so like your moves just hit hard. You could run like a life orb or something like that.
it's just
I don't know, man.
this the speed
It
drop
takes a
is
lot.
so severe. It just cripples it so much because
Like
even with a
setting
speed
up
boost,
for him is just tough because you either need like screen setters on your team, like you need like a Grim Snarl to set everything up, or I guess you could try and do the Trick Room angle too, so you actually do want the slow speed. It just seems like there's too much. Like it just seems like for the average player, getting Mega Scolipede in the right place to kind of sweep and win a game is tough. And then, like you said, since it's now like a defensive wall, you're like, all right, cool. Well, I'll be a defensive wall and do what defensive walls do. But it's very hard for Scolipede to do that because it's like you have toxic, I guess, and T spikes, but like your self recovery is not that great, and like I don't know what you're really stalling out.
yep.
Like it's just tough. They fumbled the bag with this guy, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know what the vision was, to be honest. I don't.
It genuinely to me seems like they made the design first, and then they were like, okay, to like mirror this, we should now make it like a defensive wall. And they were like, cool, but like now what does he do?
Yeah, it just
And they
has
were
no
like, let's let him
defensive
not get
tools
crit.
aside from like toxic and toxic spikes and spikes.
Yeah.
Like it can spike stack. It can be a defensive spike stacker.
Yeah,
That's
but
pretty
like a
good.
lot of other guys can stack and they're better at it.
Yeah. So, um, like I could see this thing running like maybe like a defensive set of some sort, and you just run like like no attack investment, but you run Swords Dance, Leech Life. So you make yourself kind of bulky, and so you can get a Swords Dance opportunity, and then you run some coverage move. Um,
Earthquake.
you know, but
You probably just run Earthquake and like Poison Jab or Gunk Shot or some shit.
yeah, it doesn't feel very great to me. I think it's pretty firmly in the low tier.
Absolutely.
It does have some decent coverage, I will say. So in draft, like you can definitely like tailor the moveset to hit a lot of things. Like Aqua Tail is good. Um, you've got Earthquake and Rock Slide is really all you need in terms of coverage, but Throat Chop, there's options. Trailblaze is a cool tech that you might be able to get some longevity out of, but um, the fact that there's no self heal, it doesn't complement the stat spread. There's no self heal. It's not very strong. 140 kind of leaves a lot to be desired. There's no way to boost it. It's a low tier.
Yeah. It's a shitter, unfortunately.
Um, you know who is not a shitter in my opinion though? Mega Scrafty. I feel like Mega Scrafty has a lot of potential. I'm gonna be honest. I I think it's a good improvement from base Scrafty. Now, is it amazing? No. Intimidate is fine. It has double Intimidate, so it can Intimidate in base form and then Intimidate again in Mega. So it can be a very good bulky like defensive mon. You can run like specially defensive on this thing, and like with the Intimidate on the switch in, like you can switch into any attacker really. And 130 base attack is enough to like where you'll do decent damage without having to invest too much in it for a defensive mon. So you can run like Drain Punch. You can run like you got Ice Punch. Knockoff is always good. It's Stab. You've got Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Super Fang. So if you're just running like a defensive set, Super Fang is nice.
I was gonna say Super Fang is nice for like a really bulky set.
The move pool is pretty deep, so like I feel like you got decent coverage to hit a lot of things if you want to just run defensive. But I also feel like you can get some decent longevity out of the Dragon Dance set. Now, is it the best? No, it's not. Intimidate will give you a setup opportunity for sure. 68 speed is not fast, but it's not super slow. I mean, compare it to like another Dragon Dance mon, like Mega Feraligatr. Mega Feraligatr is only 78 speed, but this thing's an excellent Dragon Dance sweeper.
Yeah,
It's
but
not.
people say the same thing about Gator, where they wish he was faster, because even Gator needs like two to get faster than most things.
Oh
So
yeah, for sure,
Scrafty's slower, so he's gonna
for
need to get
sure.
like three.
You
And
need.
like, yeah, the bulk is nice, but like, I don't know if it's bulky enough to give you like three setup opportunities. I honestly feel like you might be better running like bulk up or something like
Yeah.
that
Well, that's what
rather
I'm
than a
saying
Dragon Dance
is
setup.
you have the option to explore these sets. So like obviously I think the bulky support attacker set is pretty good with like, specially defensive, super fang knockoff, drain punch is pretty good, but you
Does
can
it
run
get
dragon
Sucker
dance.
Punch?
You can run bulk up. I wish, dude. I don't think it gets sucker punch. No, it should. It should get
Yeah, it
sucker
should.
punch.
That's messed up.
It gets Swords Dance too, so like you can also run a Swords Dance set if you really want to just wall break
Yeah.
a super bulky team. So you have all the options. I think any of these setup options can work. Like you can make them work to try to break whatever you think is going to stop Mega Scrafty between Dragon Dance, Bulk Up, and Swords Dance. Um, the thing that hurts it obviously is the four times weakness to fairy. People are going to pack Dazzling Gleam for coverage,
Yeah.
so that definitely hurts. But you can definitely take it if it's not stab and if it's not like specs or anything because you have such good natural bulk and like I said, I think max HP, max Spadef is gonna be pretty good on this with just the supporting moves. I don't know. I feel like it can do a lot of different things, which is what I look for in draft league Pokemon. So I feel like it has potential.
Yeah, I would say he's one of the Mr. Potential men on my list too. Uh, the only thing I will say is, like you mentioned, is just the four times weakness to fairy. That's like my only gripe with Scrafty, really. So I feel like if it was any other type, I'd be like, yeah, that thing's like decent. Like you definitely could get a lot of work out of that thing. But there's just so many fairies now, and like fairies, like one of the like most top sought after types in any kind of format. And like people in draft, especially, like they're getting like a top tier fairy. Like most people are drafting fairy in the early rounds because
Oh,
you
for
want to have a
sure.
good fairy type.
For sure. This thing does have coverage hit fairies, though. It's got Iron Head and Poison Jab. So you have that option. You can always knock it off on the switch in. And just draft it with a good steel type, man.
Yeah.
You've got all the coverage moves that you want. Um, yeah, the move pool is deep. I don't know. I like Mega Scrafty. I think it's a firm mid tier. If you need a nice bulky dark type, I think Mega Scrafty can serve you pretty well.
I can get behind putting him in mid tier.
Um, so next up is the eel.
Yep.
I also
Elevate, man.
I also like the eel.
Let's get elevated. Elevated is another Mr. Potential guy to me, but he's got something different to him than the rest of the guys. He's got a little bit of swagger. I can't explain it, but I fuck with him. Like I see Eel, I shake his hand. I say, I respect your game, young man. Like
I,
I think he's got the chance to do some shit.
I think this guy's pretty good in the con.
No super effective weaknesses. Shit ton of good coverage. Like your speed's not that great, but your offensive
Yeah,
stats are pretty good, and your defense is solid. And like I said, nothing can hit you super effectively.
yeah,
Like unless someone brings gravity in your game, like you're chilling.
yeah. And the natural bulk is good enough. So elevate is levitate, but you also get a boost every time you get a kill in your strongest stat. So it's beast boost plus levitate, which is great.
There's some LARP shit.
Um, I think Mega Electros has the most potential in draft formats because of its move pool is so deep and it can be either physical or special attacker. That
I would agree.
that serves it best in draft league context for sure, and I still think it's going to be pretty decent in other formats. but like the move pool is just so deep, man. Like you have literally you can run a physical or a special set, and you have all the moves that you really need. And you can run mixed too, because like the base stats are so high, both of them. The stat spread, you can do a lot with. You say 80 speed is not that good, but it's good for outspeeding pretty much any slow mon. You can speed.
Yeah, like any of the slow
You
guys,
can
it's a
speed
solid
creep.
speed tier.
You can speed creep any walls, any defensive mons. Really, like the fastest defensive mons, you can just speed creep them. You can even run max speed if you need to, but like you throw a little speed creep, you throw a little in HP, and you max out either your special attack or your attack, or you even go mixed. You can
Mm-hmm.
do something like this. Is pretty good. Whatever, like it's really good. So you can tailor the moveset to be mixed, to hit whatever you're looking to hit, whatever you're looking to break, and you can get that beast boost, that elevate boost pretty well. Like draft this thing on a Volt turn team, and you get this thing in safely where it can just fire off an attack and potentially knock something out, and all of a sudden you've got a beast boost, or you just like keep up the Volt turn momentum because it's got U-turn Volt switch as well. So I think this thing could really shine on a set like that. You also have Coil. I think a Coil set could be really good if you just go like specially defensive Coil, and you're able to get that off, and you can start clicking moves and get a boost. I think that's also really good. So I don't know, man. I think Mega Eel can shine in draft. I really do. Base Electros was always pretty decent for low tier, in my opinion. But now that
Yeah,
you've got a little bit more damage and
a little more output.
a little more spadef, not a lot, but the speed, the little base speed helps. I don't know. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I cannot sit here though and say he's high tier. I'm
I
gonna say he's like the top of mid tier though.
I was gonna say low high tier. I I really like him
All
for
right,
the coverage.
if you really like him that much, we can throw him there.
I forget what else we had on these tiers in the other video, so I don't know. Um, maybe I'm putting him
I
too
don't
high.
remember either.
Maybe
Oh, I
I'm.
can't even remember 2 days ago. So
I
two
know,
months
dude.
ago, that ain't happening.
I don't know. Maybe I'm putting too much stock in this thing, but I feel like it has the potential in draft to be really good. It's got the move pool, and you get a boost, and this thing is a big problem. It's not like you can revenge kill it super easily because it's not weak to anything. So it's hard to Oko. You can't even like Oko it. So it
No,
just
exactly. It has no super effective damage against it
very. I don't
because the
know.
levitate.
I like it a lot. All right, let's go to Pyroar.
All right, bottom tier next.
Nah, bro, don't. You can't just be dissing Pyroar like that.
I will. 10 toes down, fuck Pyro. This thing is not good.
Bro, but it's got Fire Main.
Okay, dog. Fire shitter. Guy's ass. Next.
It's got 126 base speed.
And listen, man, he's got speed, he's got power, he's got fire main. What the fuck are you clicking besides fire moves? A one normal type move, and you can't even click solar beam. You don't even set up the fucking sun like Zard Y. So like your one coverage move against water types, you can't even fucking click.
I will admit it
Like
doesn't
I
have.
feel like
It's
any
got.
water type
Yeah.
just sits in front of this thing. Any good bulky water type, you throw a Primarina in front of that thing, it's fucking doing nothing. It's sitting there looking like an idiot. Like overheat might do like a good chunk of damage, but then I'm gonna do a shit ton back with my water move, and you just wasted a mega slot on 60% of my health. Like it just feels like such a waste to me.
Yeah, I will admit it does not have a lot of good coverage. I want to defend it a little bit though. I feel like it's not terrible. So it's I feel like it's the new Mega Houndoom. because
Yeah,
you get
and
this.
you and I both know Houndoom's been flipping burgers for years.
Houndoom's
No
not that
one
good.
fucking touches that guy. And
You
honestly, I'll go to bat for Houndoom. That guy at least has like coverage and shit. Like he at least has the power with solar power. He at least gets like sludge bomb and other shit like that. Like he's not just left to his stab moves. And at least his stab is fire dark, which is better than fire normal.
um but Pyro gets the boost without having to rely on Sun and doesn't take passive damage at the end of every turn, which is terrible. And it has a higher base speed, significantly higher base speed. Although it lacks a little bit of special attack. The thing is, you can Mega Pyro is a boost from Fire Main. You can double that with Sun. So I think out of all the megas, here's my take. Are you ready for this take? Mega Pyro,
Let me hear it, man.
Mega Pyro is the new mega for Sun teams. Now you can run Zard Y. But if you want to run like a real Sun team with like a Sunsetter, like a Torkoal or a Ninetales, and you need a Mega, it's Mega Pyro. Because now with the Fire Main boost plus the Sun boost, those fire moves are hitting. I think that's really the best justification for it. Otherwise, it's like it's decent. You know, like you said, a bulky water type is gonna switch in on it. And it's probably not gonna hit it very hard with hyper voice.
A
you know,
bulky water type, or even something like Heatran with Flash Fire or something like that. Even something like Cerulege with Flash Fire.
That's
'Cause now
true.
you really can't touch Cerulege.
That's true.
So,
Flash Fire Mons will kind of shut it down.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I also feel like it's low tier, but it's not ass. I can't put it in bottom tier.
Uh, all right, man. It's bottom of low tier for me. Bottom of bottom tier for me.
It's not worse than Scolipede. Scolipede's so bad, dude.
Scolipede is bad. I'm gonna be real. God, that's actually tough. Who is worse? Scolipede might be worse.
That's what I'm
actually.
saying.
All right, we can leave it there then.
Yeah. So speaking of shitters,
Yeah, this is a true bottom tier next guy discussion.
yeah, speaking of shitters, I really
This is a true shitter.
so it's got 102 attack and 98 special attack. So that's what you're working with.
What are we doing, man?
That's what you're working with. You know, you can't really boost that. Oh, you get contrary. That's the same ability that it had before. I guess you can click superpower, which is what it was doing before. There's really only one set that I think anyone
Malamar can run.
can
and
possibly
that's the
run.
fucking issue with this thing is they gave it a mega, didn't help it at all. Like they didn't min max its stats to like utilize the superpower
You know?
spam shit. Like if we were sitting here and it had like some crazy teal-esque green color in its attack and defensive stats, and they went the Beedrill route and everything else was just dicks, we might be having a different conversation. I still would think it's a low tier, but I at least would be like, it can do its job like amazingly. This stat spread, just like regular ass contrary, you're literally now using a regular Malamar that has to just hold the same item. And that's it.
It's not even like significantly better than base Malamar. I guess
Not at all.
I guess because you got a nice Spadef. I guess it's better than Malamar's.
I don't know why they went
Base
with the
Malamar was
Spadef
already
route.
very bad. Base Malamar was already very bad. You know?
This thing is cocks. This thing is dicks.
Yeah. No, it's terrible. You know what I think? You know what I thought they were gonna do? I thought.
I know exactly because we talked about this.
Well, when I
back
saw
in our theory crafting,
when I
days.
saw the stat spread, I was pretty underwhelmed, and I was like, okay, maybe it's like a defensive support mega. That's fine. I thought Mega Scovillain was the blueprint, and they were gonna give it a similar unique ability to where any Pokemon that hit it with an attack, they would get like confused. I could have seen them doing that, and maybe it would have been an okay setup mon if you set up screens and you had
Mhm.
baton pass and stuff.
That's actually not what I thought you were going to say, but that is a very good point.
That's what I
Like,
thought they were
even if
gonna
it
do,
had
something
a
like that.
similar ability to Scoville, and it's like you're now confused, or like you get put to sleep because its whole thing is like
Yep.
hypnotizing its opponents. That actually, I could see that. All right, you could have cooked with that,
It could have been pretty decent, I think. But this is just like,
but they
what are
just
we
kept
doing?
it what it was. Yeah,
What
I don't know.
you
Even
know?
if they gave it Psycho Boost or something
Yep.
too.
And people said Psycho Boost. I think it should have definitely got Psycho Boost.
Yeah, it's literally Mega Mind. Like
You
it's a
know,
big brain Pokemon.
that might have made it
Maybe
okay,
in Gen
decent.
12 with some power creep, they'll give it that.
But yeah, this is literally the only set that it can possibly run to do anything, I think.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, maybe you run a support set with like baton baton pass and some screens or
Some
some
shit.
taunt, some toxic. I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe you set up trick room if you want to have a terrible team. Don't I don't know, man. Don't draft Malamar. It's not even a good
Please don't.
typing. Dark Psychic's not even a good typing. You got a 4 times
No.
weakness. You got a four
It's
times
good
weakness
on
to bug.
Hoopa. No one else.
Yes, very true. Um, yeah, let's just move on.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
Barbarical
W.
W W Barbarical.
W. I don't know. I'm preemptively trying to say my tier. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should speak on the guy. Here's what I will say: Tough Claws plus Shell Smash. Can't go wrong with that.
Can't.
CC hits hard. You got water moves for when you're water type pre Mega Evolution, so you can LARP being a water type. But like, dude, think about like stuff like Terrakion back in the day, like rock fighting. Very good offensive typing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like
Um,
you can't go wrong with that.
talk about having to respect the shell smash in the team building phase. This mon is the definition of that.
He is Mr. Shell Smash.
Whenever you are prepping
That's
against
his
a team,
nameplate on his desk when you walk in the office.
Mr. Shell Smash. Like whenever you're prepping against a team with Mega Barbarical, you need a plan for Shell Smash.
You
Period.
need that mirror.
You need something. You need to come up with a
You need that
plan.
unaware.
That unaware, that mirror herb, like in the draft format, yeah, mirror herb is actually very viable. So and but like, is this thing a one trick? Does this thing have to shell smash? Can it just attack?
Yeah, dude. It's
I feel like it
140
can.
physical attack with tough claws. It can absolutely just sit there and attack you if it
That's what I'm
wants to.
saying.
It doesn't have to set up. Like
That's
it's
what I'm
still gonna
saying.
do crazy damage.
It doesn't
I'm
necessarily.
pretty sure the
even
shell
need
smash is just like to guarantee the Oko on like certain things.
Yep. Yeah, shell smash obviously for the speed, because 88 speed isn't amazing. It's better
No.
than the 68 in the base form, right?
Mhm.
So like with a shell smash, you're outspeeding everything.
Absolutely.
At 88, everything is getting outsped. But yeah, close combat, Stone Edge. You've got coverage. You've got water coverage. You've got liquidation. You've got poison jab. Um, you've got X scissor. You've got options, man. I like this mon. I don't. The thing is like getting a safe setup and how prepared your opponent is for the shell smash is everything. But just in terms of thinking of like what I would do to prep for this thing, like it's very scary. 130 defense is pretty high, so it's not like a priority move is really going to help you that much. It resists a lot of strong priority moves like extreme speed and sucker punch, both resisted. You've of course got Mach Punch and Aqua Jet, which I think will help people deal with this thing. The mirror herb tech, obviously. Sure, like there's some unaware mons that can kind of shut it down, but
I still think he's solid.
he's solid.
Like I said, that guy's a solid mid tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can it go high tier? I'm not sure.
No, I don't think I could confidently put it in high tier, but I will say It is a respectful mid-tier threat.
It's a very respectable mid-tier threat. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say too much. I feel like this thing's very scary though. Like I'd be terrified. In team
Yeah, I put it
in
over Scrafty. Oh, you did. Okay.
yeah, it's definitely over Scrafty. I think it's a pretty high mid-tier. Um, it's close to the bottom of high tier for sure. Like I don't even know if I can put Eel over it. I do like Eel. I'm pretty high on Eel, but
You are
let's just
pretty high on that guy.
I do like it. I don't know. It might. That's crazy.
This is what I was saying earlier. Maybe Eel should be in mid-tier.
I
So I don't
like
think it's like truly the high. You could put it Eel at the top of mid-tier.
I like Eel. I really do. I'm an Eel defender. All right, let's just go with this.
All right.
We've only got a couple left. See, this video is not going to be as long as the first one.
No, 'cause there's not as many guys.
It's a small drop. Let's go to Dragalgy, man.
W.
Well, we just
know
recorded
all about this guy now.
We just recorded a Dragalgy video the other day on your channel.
Yep, and this guy fucking cooked, and we saw the vision. We saw the truth. We were enlightened.
It's got Regenerator, which is
Yep.
awesome. It boosts its SPDEF super high. 163 base SPDEF is astronomical.
Sits on any kind of like special attacking Pokemon.
Any special
Even like
attack.
super effective hits. Like 2-hit KOing that guy.
Yep, and you just regen them off. You've
You
got
just flip turn out.
and you've got Flip Turn to benefit your regen. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you get this thing in a regen core. You know, it's a classic regen core mon. You get this thing next to a guy like Slowbro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, how are you breaking that core? Tangrowth? You know what I'm saying?
You're smashing your head against the monitor. Like
you know,
you're stressing out all week leading up to the game.
Throw
You're like,
a
I'm about to
Torn
get
T in the
hit by
mix
Big
and-
Stall.
Oh my god. We're regenning for days. And like you can just click Draco Meteor and flip turn out, dude. And like that's the thing. Draco Meteor's scary. Your fairy type cannot switch in, bro. Your fairy type is
Nope.
not switching in to Mega Dragalgy. It's not. You better hope you have a good
Because it's
steel
eating
type.
hits from your fairy type, and then it's knocking you out with Sludge Bomb after.
And your steel type can only switch in so many times without being able to heal up. So
Yep.
it can only take so many Dracos. You know, you've got Toxic Spikes, you've got Toxic, you've got options if to click depending on what you think they have. You've got water coverage, you've got Scald.
Scald is really nice in the Nat Dex format. You also have Focus Blast to hit those steel types too. So it's like you have
Oh, that's
coverage for
true.
them if you really want to run it.
That's true.
And the other thing is too, like we're sitting here talking about how this thing's like a regen threat. Don't sleep on it offensively either. Like your opponent could pull up just with like a really strong like max HP, max special attack set. Because like you already have good natural enough bulk that like you could take a couple of hits and you could just dish out crazy damage if you don't really have a good switch in for this.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say there's also like a lot of tech this thing gets. Like obviously the regenerator core like set is like kind of the base set, but like this thing can just click acid armor in your face, and how are you killing it? You can't toxic it. This thing can click acid spray. I think acid spray is a really cool tech to drop SPDEF and just deal with like other specially bulky things that might think they can switch in, and wall break a little bit more. This thing can be incredibly pesky, dude. So it's got options that it can do to like really just annoy opposing teams, and having that flexibility is really nice. This thing is like going to be tough to deal with, especially around with a whole defensive core built around it. It's going to be super tough.
Yeah, I am very high on Dragalgy. It's easily a high tier for me. I'd say it's easily above Staraptor.
I think it's a top
like,
tier.
why?
I think it's a low top tier.
I can even get behind that because I was just gonna say it's Y and Dragalgy for me for MB, where I'm like those two are like the peak. Y is absolutely the peak, but like Dragalgy is like right behind him.
Yeah, just in terms of singles, like I think
Yep.
the Dragalgy just has everything you want. It just does. So I'm big on Dragalgy. I think it's gonna be a problem for teams. Our last mon here is Phalanx.
Good
To be
old
honest,
Phalanx.
I don't really know how to feel about this guy yet. I'm curious to see how good it's going to be. I really
Phalanx
am.
has flown under the radar. I feel like no one's really speaking on this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of
Um,
people are talking
uh,
about him.
like the stats aren't bad. You get a nice boost to your physical attack to 135. You got good physical defensive bulk, and the speed going up to 100 is nice. So when you do finally pop that no retreat, you're outspeeding a lot of things.
Yep.
You're hitting things hard. You do have the iron head coverage to hit the fairies and stuff like that. But he's one of those potential guys. It's kind of like we were talking about with Mega Scolipede, where it's right place, right time kind of thing. You have to position it in a way that's like Phalanx is going to be able to come in, click his no retreat, and win.
Yeah.
But to bring it to another Pokemon we talked about in Mr. Shell Smash, like in a draft format, it's easy to prep for that. Because if you have like unaware Clef on your team, like you don't care if your opponent has Mega Phalanx.
Nope.
Like you're gonna sit in front of that all day.
Yep.
If you bring like a Mirror Mon or something like that in front of this thing, and like now you're 2 times speed, 2 times whatever attack you have, like now you're like a huge threat. Actually, no, the Omni boost. It's the Omni boost. It's not even like a Shell Smash thing.
Yeah, it's just a straight Omni boost, which is pretty strong.
It is very strong, which is why I'm saying, like, in the right situation, yes, I do think Phalanx could be very scary.
Yep.
Like, if you misplay around Mega Phalanx and they get off the no retreat, like, you could easily just lose the game right there.
Absolutely. Like if your opponent holds on to Phalanx until late game and pops that no retreat at just the right time, like it could be over for you. The thing I think that really hurts this is like we mentioned earlier, the mono fighting type is just not great. I wish this thing got a secondary typing. I wish it was like fighting steel. I think
steel
that
would have been cool
nice.
because it's kind of like
it's got a shield.
It's like a Gundam robot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a bunch of guys put together to make like a cool robot.
It needed a secondary step. Nice, it's got some decent coverage. It's got high horsepower, knockoff, iron head, poison jab, rock slide, seed bomb. Seed bomb's good. Throat chop, Zen head, but like so the coverage is pretty good if you ask me. High horsepower and rock slide are hitting everything, you know. I also, first impression is nice tech. I also want to say that you don't have to run the no retreat set. I think it's definitely the best set and most threatening set, but
don't have to. We talked about it the other night. You can IDEF BP.
I like iron defense body press on this thing a lot. I think that can go a long way. 100 speed is good for a bulky mon. If you just do something like this, and you could then because then you're boosting your damage way faster than no retreat. Like so, iron defense body press is boosting way faster. You get double the attack and defense,
and you're not locked in. You can switch out if you need to.
Exactly. That is the downside to no retreat is you have to go all in. So I like this set a lot too, which can be really good. So. I don't know, man. I'm really curious to see how people do with this because it's Mr. Potential. Like a lot of some of these other guys, there's potential there. I just don't know. It's hard to say how
good the right player. Has to be right with the right player. Has to be in the right position to win. A lot of what ifs.
I like it though. I like it.
I do too. I would put him in between Mr. Shell Smash and the InSync guy.
Yeah, all our mid-tier fighting type megas are just gonna hang out together.
Yeah, all the mid-tier fighting types, they roll together.
Barbarical is definitely more immediately threatening than Phalanx, but I think Phalanx has a little bit of versatility to it. The thing that that really hurts this guy is 65 special defense and 65 HP. Like. That's not great.
One Moonblast, you're gone.
Pack it up.
See you fucking later.
Pack it up. I want to do this to just kind of even it out. See, now it's nice and even.
All right. I get it, man. You're glazing the eel.
Dude, I like the eel, man. I'm interested in drafting the eel myself. I don't want to say too much, but I feel like it's got what it
Yep.
takes.
Everyone in ETA Season 8, be ready to snipe Mayo. We know what he wants.
Um, ETA Season 8 is coming soon in the next few weeks. If you're watching this and you're interested in that, I've just been really busy personally, but definitely want to get that going soon.
I'm going to watch it in a few months after Season 8's already happened. And I'm stressed out. I lost everything gambling on ETA and Polymarket. I've regrew my hair, pulled all my hair back out. My life's falling apart.
Yep, yep, yep. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up there. That's
Yeah, well, fuck yeah, man. We'll end it there. Fuck yeah. Good way to
uh,
end it.
so yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thanks for
Um,
stopping by, everyone.
ETA season 8 around the corner.
I will be drafting Mega Malamar round 1.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think down in the comments about any of these megas. Do you disagree? Do you agree? Do you have any hot takes?
Yep.
I
And
want to
if you
know.
do have a hot take that we're going to be offended by, you can meet us in Mr. Shell Smash's office. And he's going to punch your fucking teeth in.
I want to know. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Doses.